We have 5 different groups, and we have an outstanding staff of coaches that bring them along, teach the skills at each level to make sure they're prepared to handle what they're going to need to do at the next level. We want to make sure that when they do get up to the top level in the national and senior and national group, training with me and my assistant coach, that they've got the skills they need. They've done similar type of training. We make sure that all the coaches understand what they're going to be doing when they get to our group, and they start implementing similar types of training, and the skills are taught long before they get to my group. I think we try to put them in situations in their training that will where they have to face the same kinds of pressures and the same kinds of race paces they want to swim, and in the same intensity where they know a lot is expected out of them. They do that on a regular basis in practice, and when they go to the meets, they're usually good to go. We talk about, hey, this might be nationals, Olympic trials, but it's really just another meet, and if you're going to be successful, you need to be somewhat in your comfort zone. I think the key in a lot of ways is just to keep the pressure off and to not overhype it. When we go to our first junior nationals for a 14-year-old girl, or we go to our first Olympic trials for an athlete, I think it's important that they don't make, if they're going to be successful there, it's important we don't make too big a deal about it. If you're going to swim fast, you need to go in with the attitude that I belong here, I can compete with these guys, and I'm not out of my league. Don't get too excited too soon. Take it one day at a time. I've been head coach now for 20 years, but I can remember every time somebody, I get excited, every kid that came along, this one's going to be the one, this one's going to be the one. Things happen along the way, a lot of uncontrollables. The most important thing is just to take it one step at a time. Don't treat those athletes any different than anyone else in your program. That's the way I try to coach. We all have goals, whether it's somebody who might make the Olympic team or somebody who's just trying to be a scorer at our sectional meet. It's important that all athletes feel that they have a relationship with the coach, and what their goals are just as important. 14-year-old girl, Quinn Carroza, who moved up into my senior group just last September as a 13-year-old, just turned 14 in October, and was a 152 200 freestyler. And she went to her first junior nationals, and she was a little bit nervous, but she tends to swim very well when she's nervous. We got to junior nationals, and she went out in the morning. I think she was seated maybe 40th or 50th in the event, and just under the qualifying time. And in the morning, she went a 149, dropped 3 seconds, and she snuck into the championship final. She was in the outside lane, lane 10. As it turned out, they were running 10 lanes. And she went out at night. She got excited. She went out in front of the field, never looked back. Went out, won the race, dropped 3 more seconds, 146. That was one of the most fun moments that I've had, certainly in recent times with an athlete.